Hey guys, it's Casey and welcome back to my channel. So today is a really exciting video because I have Fenty Beauty's newest Moroccan spice collection in my hands 2 weeks before it hits Sephora, and I am super duper excited about it. So we are going to be doing a first impression slash swatches slash review slash try on and all that good stuff. You guys seem to love all my Fenty Beauty videos. All of them hit like the most likes and the most views I've ever received on any video, so I'm definitely excited about doing this one. Before we begin, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share with a friend who might be interested in the collection. It's absolutely beautiful from the photos I've seen. I've actually haven't swatched any of it. I've only taken the palette outside the box just to make sure nothing was broken, but I didn't swatch any of the shadows, so this is literally going to be a first impression. So the collection comes out with a new eyeshadow palette, same packaging as their Galaxy one, but it has matte shades in it. So if you guys remember, the Galaxy one only had shimmers, this one has matte. So I'm really excited to see how their matte formula works out. Fenty Beauty also launched a eye primer, so I'm going to be trying that today. I'm going to see if it holds up to my paint pots and my concealer. I haven't received the P. Louise primer in yet, so I can't compare it to that, but I'm going to see how the eye primer works. And they also launched an eyeliner as well as some brushes. Now, I didn't pick up the brushes. As you guys know, if you watch my Fenty Beauty videos or any like first impression videos, I don't ever really pick up the brushes. It has to be super duper innovative for me to like gravitate towards it. So I'm not really a huge brush shopper. I love makeup brushes, of course, but I just want to focus on the pigment, the colors, those type of things. So this is the unicarton that the palette comes in. It's this beautiful like just cobalt blue, just really sleek, nothing crazy, no distractions. It's just really pretty. I just think it's really nice of how simple it is. And they actually put like the colors of the eyeshadows on the back with the names, which I'm definitely going to be using because in the Galaxy video I had the names all jacked up. So when you take the palette out of the unicarton, this is what she looks like. Now this is so beautiful. I like this actually more than the Galaxy packaging. This has like this pink and purple like smoke kind of design to it. It looks so pretty. And it does have the shade names on the back as well. So when you open up the palette, this is what you get right here. So we have about 7 matte shades and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 frosty shades. And I am really excited to see what the matte formula is looking like. I love the kind of color scheme to it. It has some neutrals, but it also has some fun pop of color, so that way you can kind of just create any look that you're going for. And fun fact, while I was online at the pop-up shop, the young lady told me that this is the shadow Rihanna actually had on in the Wild Thoughts video. You know how everyone was recreating that bluish green smoky eye with the red lip? That was actually the eyeshadow she had on. So I thought that was pretty cool. And Wild Thoughts came out last summer, so it just goes to show you that when these brands are making these products, they are, you know, developing them for a really long time before they launch it. Well, at least the brands that care. So we are going to be creating that eyeshadow look with this palette, and I am super excited for that. To go hand in hand with the eyeshadow palette, we have the Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer. It comes in like the unicarton that's similar to her like basic business, and this is what the eye primer looks like. So it comes on a doe foot applicator, so I'm really excited to try this out. I want to say the primer is clear, and I'm actually not a fan of clear primers. I prefer for like the colors and the veins in my eyelid to be completely just blanked out like a clear like blank canvas. So I'm really interested to see how I'm going to feel about the primer. And the final item that I purchased that is also in her basic business packaging is her Flyliner. She's just too cute. Like the names of her products are just the cutest. But this is a Longwear liquid eyeliner, and the shade I got it in is called "Cause I'm Black." I cannot. Rihanna just kills me. It's "Cause I'm Black." I'm so done. So this is what the Flyliner looks like, and it is a felt tip liquid liner, and I'm really excited to try that. I actually love felt tip liners. They were telling me online once again that they struggled trying to get this eyeliner off. They needed to use a oil-based makeup remover. You know, this is the eyeliner that you wear when he wanna take you swimming on the first day and all of that jazz. So let's see how this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch lenses so that way we can get really up close and personal on my face, and then we can go ahead and start creating a little cute eye look. All right, so we're in a little bit closer now. You guys can see a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by priming my eyelids with the primer. So let's see. Let me smell it. It doesn't have a smell. No, it doesn't have a smell at all. I'm gonna go ahead and just start by putting this all over my lid. And then I'm just going to buff it out with a brush because I have nails, so I can't really get in too good. It does have like kind of a sticky consistency. I can kind of feel it like sticking to my eyelids in a way. It's kind of weird to explain, but that's a good thing because that really means it's gonna like adhere to the eyeshadow, and it should last pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this primer in. All right, so I have the primer on my lids. It is really tacky. It's pretty sticky, and it is completely clear, which obviously is not my favorite part. I like it to have a lot of, you know, pigment because I want to have a blank, clean canvas. Say that 3 times fast. All right, so this is honestly all I really care about in this whole video is this palette. So we are going to start using and playing with it, and I'm like getting all giddy and excited. Ooh, I just swatched this. This is Saffron. Saffron, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, I'm gonna be using that for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Saffron because that color looks fire, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pack that into my lid. So there is quite amount of kickback when I put my brush in, you guys see? So I'm just digging my brush in there, and there's some kickback. Okay, it looks really pigmented. This primer, I don't know, it just feels weird in a sense. It's like so sticky. I don't think I'm used to it, and that's what it is, but it's like really sticky. It's grabbing onto the eyeshadow well, but I feel like I'm possibly going to have a hard time diffusing this shadow. So that looks extremely crazy, but obviously we're not gonna leave it like that. So I'm gonna go into my next shade using the same brush, and I'm gonna use Come and Get It just to diffuse that red one. Okay, so first impressions is that the colors blend into each other really, really well. And the palette is like super pigmented. Well, the matte shades so far, I've only used matte shades because my primary focus is the matte shades. Since we did not see matte shades from her before, this will be the very first time, so I'm interested to see how they work. As far as like my knowledge goes, I feel like I've heard from numerous amount of people who have developed eyeshadows that matte shades are harder to create than the shimmer ones, which is the reason why I'm so like curious about it. But so far it seems amazing. I'm cracking up. Okay, so I'm gonna go in now with this shade right here, and I'm really like dying because, you know, this is a Moroccan themed kind of collection, and this shade is called Henna C. Yo, Rihanna is just so funny. She's hilarious. You get it? Like Hennessy, but henna, like a henna tattoo. She did that. And I feel like typically this is the part of my eyeshadow looks that go wrong with a shadow that's trash, because I will notice that they don't layer on top of each other nicely and they begin to skip. So let's see. Okay guys, it's looking promising. I have not experienced any skipping, any gaps. This Hennessy laid on top of the red shade gray. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do. I'm gonna cut my crease. Okay guys, so the crease is cut. I'm gonna go ahead and take Hennessy again and just soften up this edge right here. Color we're gonna put on the lid is this white frosty shade. It's called Moroccan Ice. And I'm just gonna pack this right in the first half of the lid. So there's definitely some fallout with this one. So I'm gonna just spray that brush with some Fix Plus, because I want this to be a little bit more metallic, and I feel like it's not really doing it for me dry. So let's see how this does. That looks really pretty. So the next shade I'm gonna try out is called Mirage, which is this shade right here. As you guys can see, there is definitely some kickback situation happening right now. You can see that the palette is a little dirty. Now that doesn't bother me too much, but I know that can bother some, so just keep that in mind. And I'm gonna put that right here. So now I'm just taking Desert Sand and I'm gonna apply that between where the Hennessy and the Mirage is. Okay, I think that honestly looks really, really pretty. Now it's time to do the eyeliner. So I have the Flyliner in Cause I'm Black, and we're gonna wing this out because of course we have to try this to see how's the formula of this eyeliner, how black it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do my eyeliner. So here's the tea with the eyeliner. That took me so long to do my eyeliner, you guys don't even know. It took me like 10 minutes. The eyeliner, not my favorite liquid liner. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite if we're keeping everything super funky. So the eyeliner is a decent black. It's definitely black, for sure. It is definitely going to be hard to get off. I think this is something really good if you need a really good waterproof eyeliner, because when I was trying to clean it up with my wipe, it wasn't even budging. Like, it was kind of hard to clean it up. So that just goes to show me, like, when I take this off, it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle, but I'm not mad at that hassle. What I did notice is you have to have such a light hand with this eyeliner, because if you apply too much pressure, it bleeds out. So I had to make like the liner much thicker than what I originally had in my head, because it was starting to bleed upward and I had to cover it. So it was a little bit of a quick learning curve, because I had to realize, okay, well, this, I can't apply too much pressure. If you're not super eyeliner savvy, I could see if you might possibly mess this up, because I noticed as a makeup artist, when people are new to eyeliner, they put so much pressure. So this might bleed and get a little crazy. Other than that, it's an okay eyeliner. It's not terrible. It's not my favorite in the entire world, but it's not bad. I don't think it's gonna dry down to a matte finish, which I don't like. I like for my eyeliners to be completely matte, but I mean, we'll see as this tutorial goes on. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, guys, is I'm gonna complete my entire face, do my foundation routine, etc, etc, and then we are going to go back to the eyeshadow, finish off the bottom, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts on this collection. I'm gonna rate it, so be right back. Guys, and we are back and the skin is complete. Just figured we could just do that off the camera because the focus here is the eyes. I did use for my foundation, I did use the Fenty Beauty foundation, and everything else is kind of a mixture of brands. I could put everything I use in the description box so you guys can know, but the skin is looking mighty good. So I'm just going ahead and I'm gonna apply some eyeliner in my waterline because I want to do a little bit of blue on the bottom because like a big part of this palette is this blue, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. What I would have loved to see in this collection, and I'm hoping she does it in the future, is a whole range of eyeliners for like the waterline, like a pencil in all different types of colors, like a waterproof formula. I think that would be sick, like her Mademoiselle shades. Like if she could take those Mademoiselle lipsticks and put them in an eyeliner, my life would be complete. So Rihanna, I know you're not watching this, but if you happen to see this, or Rihanna's team, Fenty team, please come out with some eyeliners in different colors because I feel like that's what the game is missing, is really good, colorful pencil eyeliners that are pigmented, that last all day in the waterline. Girl, we need that. So it's this shade right here, and I'm gonna put that on the bottom. I did stick my nail in it, and I'm so sad. Oh my god, that is so pretty. I love that. I'm living now. I'm going to take this beautiful blue shade that's called Evil Genie, and I'm going to blend out that Suck It To Me for some more blue. Guys, I love this. This looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. Nah, this look is giving me life. I'm really upset that I have absolutely nowhere to go because I need to wear this somewhere. I'm gonna apply this shade right here in my inner corner, and that shade is called Moroccan. So I'm probably pronouncing all of this really wrong. Everything is supposed to be a play on words to go with like a Middle Eastern vibe. I'm pretty sure you guys got the gist of that already. But I'm gonna apply a little bit of this one right here. Ooh, that shadow is really pigmented. Dang, that one's super pigmented. For lips, this is really bold. I'm actually just going to apply some Gloss Bomb. There was no lip products in this collection. Okay guys, so now that we have finished the little demo tutorial situation, let's go ahead and talk about my final thoughts. The primer, I'm gonna rate everything 1 to 10. I'm gonna give the primer a 9. And the reason for the 9 is because I genuinely think it's a great primer. It's very, very sticky, so the eyeshadow adhered to it without a problem at all. It was easy to buff out, you know, on my lid, and I like the applicator of it. I love the packaging. It doesn't have a smell. The only thing is the fact that I'm just so used to primers having so much pigment, like, you know, completely blanking out my lids, as I said throughout the video. So that's the only like part that I'm like, oh, I wish it was like that. But I definitely see myself using this primer, maybe more so when I do more like natural looks. But as you guys can see from this right here, it worked amazing, and it didn't make the eyeshadows act weird or anything like that. So I'm gonna be trying this primer out with other eyeshadows besides Fenty, and see how that goes. But I think this primer is definitely worth, I want to say it is $22. Next is the Flyliner in 'Cause I'm Black. And this one, not my favorite Fenty product that has come out. I'm gonna rate this one about a 6 or a 7, just because of the bleeding that I encountered, and also it is not super matte. I like my eyeliners to be a super matte black, kind of like the Inglot 77 gel liner. Obviously that's a gel, so I guess, you know, it is going to have a different finish, but I do have liquid liners and felt tip liners that just dry completely matte. So I prefer a more matte one. But other than that, this is still not a bad eyeliner. It's just not something I see myself repurchasing in the future. And I want to say this is about 20 bucks. So it's like, I'm going to use it until it finishes. But it's not my favorite product that Fenty has released. So it's kind of like, whatever. It's good. It's not bad. It works. And I do honestly feel like it's going to be a struggle to take off. So if you're looking for a good waterproof eyeliner, maybe you could try this one. And finally, the reason why we're all here to begin with is the eyeshadow palette. First things first. I love the packaging. I think the packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love this colored smoke. I just love everything about it. I love the size of it. I love how sleek and thin it is. So I love the packaging. I also love the color range. I love the fact that I can do a neutral look, or I can do something fun with a bold pop of color like I did today. So I think that the color range is beautiful. The matte shades are bomb.com. There was no skipping. There was no holes in my eyeshadow, if you guys know what I mean. It was just amazing. It blended so well together. I think this is amazing. I'm gonna definitely rate this palette out of like a 9.5, and the only reason why the half point, because a lot of people don't like kickback. As you guys can see, there is quite a amount of kickback on the palette. That doesn't bother me, but it may bother some people. And then this shadow was kind of hard to make super duper pigmented. I think that's Mirage. Yes, that is Mirage. It was a little hard, but this one that I put in the inner corner, I was kind of shook. And the blues, I was really, really shook. So I feel like it's just maybe like probably that shade, maybe 1 or 2 shades that, you know, maybe not even 1 or 2. Probably it's just that one that is just, I don't know. The rest, fire. Love it. So this is like a 9.75. So is the Moroccan Spice collection worth it? I think the palette is definitely worth it. I think the primer is good too. If you have a bunch of primers in your collection, maybe you could skip out on it. But I think the palette is absolutely gorgeous. I did see online that a lot of people said, you know, this is colors I already have. And that's true. I think after a while, we collect such a large makeup, you know, collection, all these palettes and all this other stuff. So we're going to have some repeats. But if you are looking to try something new, try it out. I think it's great. I would definitely see myself using this palette again in the future. I think it's gorgeous. It might even be like a good travel palette because I could just do some neutrals and then I could just do something with some color. I would just maybe grab another palette with some more transition colors and maybe a black, maybe a small little all neutral palette, and then this, and I'm good to go for a nice little weekend trip or something. So yeah guys, this is going to conclude this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please comment down below if you plan on picking up the collection, and if you're not, tell me why. I would love to know the tea. Do not forget to subscribe on your way out of this video. And go ahead, just keep on watching. I always leave videos on the side for you guys to keep on going so you can keep on being entertained. Just don't forget to subscribe. That's all I'm asking. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.